Hello everyone, my name is Suyash. You're watching Mind, Body, Spirit. We have been talking about various law of attraction practices and tools that we can incorporate into our daily routines that will help us in manifesting our dreams and desires. Today I want to talk to you about a tool, one such practice that is extremely powerful in my own personal experience, but it's not really very mainstream. For example, there are practices that are really common, for example, visualization and gratitude. Anybody that learns about the law of attraction instantly almost learns about visualization and gratitude. This particular topic is not that commonly taught, but personally it has helped me the most, in fact. And I've already shared with you my plan to make one video about my biggest manifestation till date, and I already have a video about my first major manifestation success story. I want to share with you in the future my biggest manifestation. In fact, whatever I am today, my career, the money I'm able to make, the life that I have today, all of that probably started as a result of that particular manifestation. And if I had to give one practice majority credit for that manifestation, it would be this. And I'm not trying to create any suspense, because if you have seen the title and the thumbnail of this video, you already know that I'm talking about writing. So in this video, folks, let's talk about this extremely powerful process, writing about your intentions. So if you've seen my video where I've introduced the law of attraction to the beginners among us, I have named it the law of attraction explained. I have explained the law of attraction pretty simply as just trying to feel the feelings of already having whatever it is that we are trying to manifest in the future. And all these tools help us do exactly that. So when we visualize, because we are seeing that desired future through our inner vision, we are actually able to feel those feelings at the present. Gratitude is very directly feeling grateful for whatever it is that we are trying to manifest as if it has already happened. Writing is something similar because it helps us feel those feelings, but I think these three things really sets it apart and in my opinion makes it more powerful than gratitude and visualization. First is freedom. This process gives us complete freedom how we want to write about our desired future, the future that we are trying to manifest. So let's say you want to make a list. Let's say you're trying to manifest a new job. You can make a list of all the qualities that that job would have. You can write down what kind of pay would you get, what kind of salary would you get, what kind of perks would you get, would it involve a lot of traveling or not, what kind of office would you have, what kind of co-workers would you have, what kind of boss would you have. So many things you can just simply, would it be in your hometown or somewhere else, maybe you want to relocate, so you can write down the exact town. So you can make a list of all the qualities. Something that I truly recommend and something that I did to manifest that big manifestation that completely changed my life was I wrote a story about it. I really did, and I wrote two stories, in fact, one in first person where I address myself as I, and another in third person when I address myself as Suyash. I had complete freedom of how I wanted to write it and what I wanted to write in it. So I really like that you can write it as many times as you want, you can modify it as you want, and you are the boss and you can do whatever you want with it. So that's the first thing, you're free to do whatever you want, just write it down. The second benefit of this writing practice is how prolonged it is. Let me explain. Let's say I'm trying to manifest a black BMW car. If I want to visualize it, I can just close my eyes and instantly the visualization is there. In 5 minutes, I can finish the complete visualization. How I felt when it finally got manifested, how my family felt when I showed it to them, and how my friends reacted, how it feels to drive it, how the steering wheel feels. I mean, I'm not putting down visualization. It's an extremely powerful practice that you should not ignore. But where writing actually wins is that when you write about all of these things, it's such a prolonged thought. So when I start writing a story about how I felt when it finally got manifested, how my family reacted, so I can first write about how my father reacted, how my mom was so happy, how my brother felt, then how my friends felt a little envious when I showed them my brand new black BMW. That's also a good feeling, you see, don't deny it. And how it feels to drive it. You'll really have to think about it, and then you'll come up with stuff like, oh, it feels so buttery smooth and it's so luxurious and it's so wonderful, and I get all these people just turn around their heads to look at my swanky new car. And so all of these things, writing all this down will take quite a lot of time. At least I think it will take 20-25 minutes to come up with a good quality story about this manifestation of yours. So it's a prolonged thought. It's a thought with a lot of weight. It's a thought with a lot of gravity. And all of that is in the present tense. So that is a prolonged duration of time where you are in the present sense really dwelling on the feelings of already having manifested your BMW car. And I think that's a gold mine. That's something wonderful. Law of attraction is all about feelings. So if there is a tool that helps you feel the feelings of having whatever it is that you want in the present tense, and that feeling is not very short-lived, it is prolonged, I think that's wonderful. And that is the second benefit that I really admire about this writing process when it comes to the law of attraction. The third benefit of this writing practice, and this really is a big one, the third benefit is reusability. So you make that list once, or you write that story once, and then you can read it again and again and again. So what happens is, the first time that I wrote my own story about that big manifestation of mine, the first time I wrote it, it was a prolonged thought about how all of that is going to be, how happy I'm going to be, how proud my family is going to be, how happy everybody is going to be, how nice my life is going to be. And I really spent a lot of time writing that down. And once I had done that, a prolonged thought had been created in my mind about the reality of having manifested my dreams. And then I had that on paper, so I could read that again and again and again, and I really did that. I didn't only have it on paper, I had it on my laptop, I had it on my smartphone, and every opportunity I got, I read that story. And it was not that I forced myself to read it, I really wanted to read it because it was a story about my dreams coming true. So obviously I would want to read it again and again. Once when I wrote it, that prolonged thought got created, and then every time I read it, that thought got reinforced, those feelings got reinforced. And that really sends a signal to your mind, that feeling, because it is reinforced again and again and again, gradually your mind starts to recognize that as reality. Your mind really starts relating to it, and it really happens that consciously that is not really in the present, and you're applying the law of attraction for that, and you're trying to manifest that. But suddenly you'll get a thought that, so let's say about that black BMW, suddenly you'll get a thought, oh, but I have to, I'll go on my BMW today. And then you suddenly remember, oh, but I'm just trying to manifest it. But that's the proof that that thought and that feeling is getting embedded into your subconscious mind. And in my Theta meditation videos, I've already told you that once it starts getting embedded into your subconscious mind, your job is done. The universe will take care of the rest, and that has to get manifested in your life then. So these are the three reasons why this practice is so powerful. So what I would recommend you to do is to just sit down, don't procrastinate it. Just right after watching this video, you can watch this video once again to just familiarize yourself better with the whole concept, and write down about your dreams and desires. What is it that you want to accomplish? Write it all down in the present tense, write it all down in some detail, spend some time into it, spend some effort into it, really feel how it would feel, and then write down, pen those feelings down. And then you'll have that document that will be a treasure for you, and then read it again and again. You'll feel like reading it again and again, and every time you read it, you'll be 1 inch closer to making your mind think that whatever you're reading is the reality, because of that sheer repetition that it is getting every time you read it. So try this practice. I'm sure that it will help you out. It will make you a better manifester, as it has made me. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section below. Give this video a like, and subscribe to my channel, because I'm making new videos regularly now about the law of attraction and about other topics as well. So feel free to check my older videos. It has been wonderful to talk to you guys, and see you next time. Bye-bye.